Hey, Shalom. Want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations unto the elect of Yasharallah, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Also want to give blessings and salutations unto the hopeful elect, the Akim out there enduring his truth across the four corners of the earth, teaching and preaching through the spirit of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI in truth and sincerity, as well as the men and women that follow, and those who might look like the other nations but are of the nation of Israel on your father's side by blood. And I wanted to get into a quick lesson, man. Just, as I'm sending this picture to me right now. And as you can see, within this picture, it'll be in post-production. As I said, you're seeing it now. Man, just having a conversation with a brother earlier, and just, it automatically made me think about this picture, and his picture, as soon as I seen it, it just gives you kingdom vibes, man. It gives you peace. It gives you, like, just rest, and this is, just a picture, but I imagine the kingdom to be as such, real bright and glorious and vibrant, all right, and just peaceful, man, just peaceful, complete opposite to this place. Now, we know we gotta, go through what we gotta go through. Hey, we're in the same position as Yahawashi, man. All right, we're in the same position as Yahawashi. He was seeking his glory. Okay, he knew what he had to go through. All right, and the servant is not greater than his master. Okay, we'll get that. Like we gotta. Oh, I just thought of another one as well. He was talking to the sons of thunder. It says, yeah, this one. I wanted to get this one right here. This is Matthew 10:24. It says, the disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? So just as the Lord was hated, and well, you go up to 22, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth unto the end shall be saved. Beautiful, yeah. And it's all for the Lord's. It's all for the name's sake. It's not for us and what we did, because we've done acts worthy unto death, man. But it was Yahawashi who was able to reconcile us to the Heavenly Father by mercy and grace, okay, and be able to have faith, the gift of faith by grace. All right. And this just being, having this understanding. Well, hey, there we go again. I didn't have anything really lined up, but call all y'all BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. It's a bunch of precepts coming. Ecclesiastes 1 and 18, it says, for much wisdom is much grief, and he that increases knowledge increases sorrow, because you get an understanding, right, of how the world is, and how the world is, and how our world is going to be, or supposed to be, how we're supposed to be living. And then even the shame of us, turning our backs on the Lord. And when we do slip, like I said, a just man falleth 7 times, but it still bothers us because we want to please our Father, just as a son wants to please his father, all right, as our children want to see, want to make us proud, so to speak, do things that we've told them to do, or follow instructions that we've told them to do. All right, them learning of our ways. And it's the same with the Heavenly Father, man. Yashala, we the prince of the power. We're his children. We're his chosen. Okay. Where was I going? Let me see. Where was I just at? Second chapter. So I wanted to get this. This 2 Peter 2:6. It says, "And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after shall live ungodly." And that's exactly how this society is. It's right along with Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, amongst other things, you know, witchcraft and idolatry. Okay, what does it say? Injuries and riches got by deceit. You know, like all of that, and through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, us realizing how it's supposed to be, and then having to deal with how it is. It gets annoying. It gets annoying sometimes, man. Which is verse 7. It says, "And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked." Right? I want to get into those words real quick. Let's get the word vex. Let's see what he got to
Strong's
say.
G 2669. Katapaneo. Katapaneo.
To tire down with toil, exhaust with labor, to afflict or oppress with evils, to make trouble for, to treat roughly. And that's exact. All of them hit boom, 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 boom. You know, you get tired, man. And that's, hey, call on YAHAWASHI, because that's what me and the brother has said. You know, he was saying, man, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? But we know we got to go through this. All right. We know we got to go through this in order to get to where we want to go. Okay, like when you read in 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter, and it speaks about if that man don't cross those dangers, how can he inherit, you know, that city, and that city being the kingdom. Okay, if we don't go through similar things what the Lord went through, persecution, being hated, looked at crazy, talked down upon, whatever the case is, you know, and for his name's sake, then how are we to inherit, inherit that kingdom, to inherit what's on the other side, man? Because that's the hey, fear the Most High and keep his commandments. That's the whole duty to man. All right. So it says what, tire down, toil, exhaust with labor, working all the time. You got to be amongst these people, they talking about all kind of different things, and you got to laugh it off, and, like silly shit. Or they might feel like you just, oh man, he always looking this way or that way, and it is what it is. But shit, having to get up at all different type of hours and work different type of hours is just part of this system, period. It gets annoying, it gets tiresome. Shoot, I worked overnight for about 7 years, and now that I'm on days, I still ain't got adjusted to that. But yep, the affliction, oppressed with evils, because you see our people and you see them enjoying the wickedness, the things we prophesy against, and they just don't see nothing wrong with it. Like our women just half naked on the web all day. They see nothing wrong with that. That's just part of this society. That's what everybody else doing. But it's like, okay, you can you do anything else? It gets to that point, like, do you have anything else to offer? Here it is. You can know every trending dance, or shaking your ass, twerking all day, but you microwaving food and dining out, and, doing carry out all the damn time. All right. So It says with the filthy conversation. I don't want to see you say what it say. Filthy, unbridled lust, excess, licentiousness. What is that? Licentiousness? Sound like something to do with the senses or something. Oh, it says lascivious behavior and sexual behavior, and that's exactly what this place is. Outrageousness, shamelessness. I was speaking. That's the spirit. They half naked. Most of the women half naked. Men as well. They commit adultery with no problem. Rap about it, sing about it, boast about it. You know, that's going into that Sodom and Gomorrah spirit, man. You know, same gender relationships. The Lord is against all of that, but we have to be in a society where they pretty much get praised and get considered to be a victim if you say anything against it. Well, I thought I had my right to my religion, you know, or thought I had freedom of speech. All right. But this is what this society is. It's just a ball of confusion. You can say what you want, do what you want, but you can't say it to them, and you can't do it to them, and you can't, you know. How can I do and say what I want, have the freedom to do certain things, and then you put restrictions on it? And that conversation goes into their behavior, their conduct, okay? And a strophe, right? Manner of life, conduct, behavior. So their lascivious lifestyle, all right? You know, sexual behavior, that's their manner of life. That's the way that they act. That's their conduct, all right? No shame within it. It says shamelessness. That was one of the words as well. Okay, it vexes us, man. It wears us down because we got to deal with it and watch it and just continue, like, to the point where, now don't get me wrong, all right, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, you know, we have our peace, but it ain't like we just around here moping and dragging our feet with our head down all day. You know what I'm saying? We definitely have, how do I want to put it, man? A spark of the spirit. It's a spark of faith and hope, you know, because we understand that soon it'll all be over. But just like I said, being in this position and knowing where we supposed to be, all right, that gets vexing, you know, because it makes you, it wears you down, man. Doing the same thing every day for the most part. You work, get up early, you work, your body aching, you come home and you know you gotta serve the Lord, of course, but you all tired and all worn out, man. But hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. You know, I probably should have said that earlier, but you know, we gotta do what we gotta do, but it still wears us down, man. The scriptures speak about wearing out the saints, you know. Let me continue on. It says, for that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. And that's what it is. That's exactly what it is, man. Their unlawful deeds is just like, like the prophets is, how long? How long, O Lord? All right. Verse 9, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. And that's what's coming next. Judgment is about to visit the earth. Okay. Judgment is about to visit the earth, and YAHAWASHI men is going to be covered. All right. And by men, I mean the men and women that follow his you know, the ones that follow his ways and call upon his name, you know, and trust in him, have faith in him. All right, not just thinking that it's all about the laws and about fringes, man. Okay, that's cool. That's what's up. You got your fringes. Now what? You know, now what? It says, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh and the lust of uncleanness and despise government, right? Let me see what it's saying. Who despise authority, presumptuous are they, self-willed, they are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. And that's what happened as well amongst other camps. People is just, and I gotta finish that video from the brother Ariella down in Dallas. He had a video with with a title that I've, kind of been feeling too, like what the F is going on? It's just so much going on and so much being accepted. You got people who know that they're Israelites accepting behavior from Israelites as if this is the world and stuff, man. All right, we was supposed to be coming out of the world, okay? That's part of knowing you are Israelites and having renewing of your mind, man. Okay, but I'm not gonna get on that, because that was I did a lesson maybe last week, dealing with them. It's just like, how the hell can you know you're an Israelite, know you in captivity and want to stay here? It makes no sense, but it's part of that vexation as well, man. The wicked. All right, I want to end it on this. I know it probably ain't gonna. Oh, okay. Yep. Psalm 7:11. It says, the Most High judges the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day, because people, act like the Lord is just chilling up there. This ain't like Clash of the Titans movie where, you got a bunch of, well, however your beliefs is, but you just got the Lord sitting up there watching and just like, okay, yeah, I'm chilling, and they having, conversations, and like, nah, man, the Lord is watching everything and he's judging everything. It's just going to be judged in this time. He see everything going on here in Babylon. All right. And guess what? He's stirring the minds of the kings as we speak. Okay. Because prophecy have to come to pass. So the Lord is constantly making chess moves. Okay, even if you don't see a piece move, he already made it, because he's steps ahead of all of us, especially you, Esau. And very soon you're going to be checkmated, man. All right, very soon it's going to be checkmate. Okay, so I just wanted to get into that real quick. Lord willing, you was edified, and Lord willing, we allowed to endure into the end. Once again, I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.